Today I am going to show you how to make Thai jasmine green tea 3 ways using a local Thai jasmine green tea. In Thailand, there are two very popular milk tea drinks. One is the Thai milk tea, which I'm sure all of you know, and the other is a Thai jasmine green tea. For the Thai jasmine green tea, the most popular brand is this brand, and this is probably the most accessible brand all over the world. For those that want to know how to make Thai jasmine green tea latte using this brand, this is the video to watch. There are now 2 variations to the Thai jasmine green tea using this brand. One is the original, this is a very green color, and the other one is the extra green, which is more expensive and is a newer variety. But what are the differences between the two? Personally, I never liked this one. This is a very strong smell of jasmine. It's very floral and not so much green tea. That's why I don't use this brand at all. But I have tried this new one, which is extra green, and I kind of like it. And of course, aside from my blend, this is the next best thing. For the brewing process that we're going to use today, it is using my traditional Thai tea sock. Remember, you can also use the espresso machine, you can use the mocha pot, you can use the French press to brew your Thai tea. But here, I am going to show you the traditional way of making Thai jasmine green tea. For the ingredients, very simple. We need our jasmine green tea, which is this brand, and then we need condensed milk, evaporated milk, which I combine into my milk syrup, 50% condensed milk and 50% evaporated milk. And then I'm going to use creamer in one of the recipes. I'm going to use granulated sugar in one and sugar syrup in the other. Also, jasmine green tea latte, which is using fresh milk. Now, what I'm preparing here are for 22 ounces cups, so large cups. The most important thing about Thai tea is that it has to be very strong. So for this, I am going to use 2 tablespoons of my jasmine green tea, and I'm going to use the pour over method. And as usual, it's going to be first pour a little bit and let your tea bloom for a few seconds, and then we can pour high and then low, and we're going to do this pour over 5 times. Pour high, then low, pour high, then low. It is smelling very good, not of jasmine, but of green tea. But the color still looks very bright, very dark there. Okay, and the final pour high, and then low. This is now my first brew of jasmine green tea, and I'm aiming for 150 ml here, starting with 200 ml. And now I'm going to add my ingredients. For this first blend, I'm going to use creamer, 1 tablespoon, and I'm also going to use granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon. We're going to stir. The color is manageable, it's not scary green, and I love that about this variation of Chatramue green tea. And then I'm going to add my milk syrup, which is 50% condensed and 50% evaporated milk. There you go. And this is our first blend of Thai jasmine green tea. Let's make our second blend. For the second blend, we are going to change the recipe a little bit. We are not going to use the creamer, nor are we going to use granulated sugar, but we are still going to use the same amount of tea, which is 2 tablespoons. Now, for those that are wondering, 1 tablespoon of this Thai jasmine green tea is equivalent to about 7 grams. It is very concentrated, because normally 1 tea bag is only about 2.5 grams. This one is a total of 14 grams. So you can say about 5 tea bags of, say, Lipton. Okay, so we are going to start by letting the tea bloom once again for a few seconds, and then pour high and then low, Now this process can be quite fast once you get the hang of it. All you need will be a constant supply of hot water. Okay, so now I'm going to squeeze the juice again to get to about 150 ml, and I think I'm there. Okay, so this is now my second Thai jasmine green tea brew, and for this one I am going to modify the recipe. This time I'm going to use only my milk syrup, condensed milk and evaporated milk, and instead of granulated sugar I am going to use my homemade sugar syrup. If you haven't yet seen how to make homemade sugar syrup, do check out the link above. Comparing the two, I would say that the one using the creamer has got a little bit of creaminess in there, but it's not as clear as the one that only uses sugar syrup and also evaporated and condensed milk. So those are the first two blends, and now for our final drink, which is Thai jasmine green tea latte, which means more milk and less tea. So this time I am going to use less water. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of my Thai jasmine green tea, and then using only 100 ml of water, I'm going to use the pour over. Again, let it bloom for a few seconds while I keep talking, and then now pour over. Okay, that's my first one. I need only 2 ounces or 60 ml of my brewed tea here, okay, and I'm there, so I'm quite happy with that. Let us put that aside, and now I'm going to mix my latte in my cup of ice. That's milk syrup, and then I need my sugar syrup. Once again, this is optional depending on your sweetness preferences, and then finally my choice of milk, which is dairy fresh milk. Okay, it is always important to stir before you pour your tea over. This way your drink is cold by the time your customer takes it. Okay, and finally our green tea over. Be wary of any sediments from the tea. Don't include that in your drink. Jasmine green tea latte. Okay, there you go. It looks absolutely delightful. Now I'm going to pour my next drink, which is using the cream and the granulated sugar, into the cup. Okay, that looks beautiful. I love the color of it. For the last one, this is the one without creamer and granulated sugar. And this one I am going to make a different presentation. Adding the milk foam will make your drink more premium. The third way of making your Thai jasmine green tea. I'm going to start with the tea latte, which is more milk than tea. I absolutely love this tea. It is not bad at all. I think it's a big leap from the original Thai jasmine green tea. I love the taste of this. For some reason it kind of tastes like Thai milk tea. Well, except the color is green. And then finally, this is the one that uses creamer and also granulated sugar. Now that is very refreshing. I like this, and I like this. If I have to take my pick among the three of them, I would say it is quite hard because they all taste equally good. But at a stretch, I would probably go with this one. It is the most refreshing. I do not smell jasmine at all, which is good. It's just a tiny hint of jasmine there. I don't really like floral smell in my tea, so this is the perfect solution for me. Thai jasmine green tea using Chatramue extra green. This is not a paid promotion. I hope that this video clip is useful and that you will be able to give these recipes a try. Do let me know how they go for you. In the meantime, don't forget to check out my book, All Things Milk Tea. The recipes are there, not only for 22 ounces, also 16 and 12 ounces. I'll see you again for more of these video clips. In the meantime, stay safe, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.